How's it going, everyone? We're back with another weekly watch list. Gonna be what I'm looking at this coming week in the stock market. Looking forward to it. Last week was my first, week back, and I traded Thursday and Friday, 2 green days, and more so just the execution of those days. Like the green, the red at this stage of the career, like it's nice if it's green. Sure, if it's red, it can be a little agitating, no lying there, but those I don't care about as much. It's just sticking to the system, sticking to the rules, and I'm doing a 30-day challenge, if you will, of no broken rules whatsoever. And obviously, I'm 2 for 2 on those days, and obviously continue after the 30 days. But I believe it'll be a pivotal moment in my, trading career, if you will. So, without further ado, thank you so much for watching the video, and let's get into it. So we'll start things off here with QQQ. So QQQ and SPY on the weekly, very bullish candle here. So it'd be interesting to see if we get continuation or if the sellers are very strong. We'll see. I know that new president will be being inaugurated very, very soon. Interested to see how that affects the market. It would not surprise me at all if we did move back up near to all-time highs by the end of the month. When Trump was elected, the market was pretty bullish, very bullish, and with him being inaugurated, I wouldn't be surprised if the same thing happened. So we'll see how that plans out. Daily's looking pretty strong as well. Had this really long lower wick, kind of rifled off of that as well. Above this previous day high here at 519, 520. Decent amount of room up to the next resistance zone at 526. So let's bring it down to the 15-minute. We have our previous day low, our previous day high. We've rejected this zone now once, twice, nearly 3 times, 4 times down nearly. So I would expect a nice move up if we do get over the zone. This level was also previous support in this area. This 520 level has really been a pivotal area. So I would expect to see a move up to 525 and 526 if we do get that move up, right? And so for those that are new, my zones in white are going to be previous day high, previous day low. Mark those every single day. Red would be any previous day highs or supply zones. Green, any previous day lows or demand zones, okay? Dotted gold line here is the previous day close as well. So that's going to be what I'm looking at. Below the previous day low, first support is going to be down here at this 505, which has held up pretty nice. So honestly, if we keep moving up, I would expect us to just test this daily supplies at 535 again. So let's go over to NQ. It's going to be obviously very similar. I had this little trend line going here. We did wick it and then break it. So it looks like we almost came down and retested as well. So it looks like price is probably going to come up here to this 2-hour supply. So I'll see how price reacts to this zone here. Above that, again, really not much here on NQ until this 4-hour supply up here. Let's head over to SPY, SPX, and ES. So looking at SPY, going to the weekly again, same thing. Very bullish candle, a little bit of elevated volume as well. I wouldn't be surprised if it came up and tested this supply zone again at 600, 602. This was a really nice supply zone I had marked out. We rejected it perfectly. This is over the holidays when I wasn't trading, but it was a really nice move, right? We have this 4-hour supply right here. We have the wick. It was a daily supply zone as well. This 602 support that was held up a ton, came up, retested all of it. Boom. You saw that really nice move down, $20 there. That's pretty good. So, if we get above this previous day high, really nothing stopping nothing stopping price, in my opinion, till 596.87, this zone up here. And then above that is that supply zone. I do have this level here. This is unmarked level, this 595, just because it had a few key touches. Touch, resistance, support, resistance. So just again, if I'm in longs over the previous day high, which is something I'll do, this could be a decent profit target, right? Anyways, below the previous day low, if we show weakness, then my next levels are going to be, we had this other previous day low here at 584 that held up pretty well. So this could be a first target, but below that is this 580, right? Let's look at key levels on SPX real quick. So SPX, I always just mark previous day high, previous day low, very simple. If we don't test it or if it was still a good level, I just change it to white, keep it on the chart, and then any whole psych numbers, 6,000, 5,900, I keep in a very faded line just so it's on the chart. I watch that as well. But same thing here. We had this gap from last Friday, came up, filled the gap. So I would expect price to break above previous high. Next target would be up here right at 59.75, 78, and then above that up to 6,000. So again, if we continue strength, that's what we'll be looking at. Came up, filled this gap. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong wick. Gap is actually going to be up here. So if price continues to show strength, you know, SPX is very diligent about filling its gaps. You can go back and pick out any gap and tell me that it's not filled. For the most part, they almost always get filled. So, you know, up here at this 59.70, I could see price having some resistance up here. But I won't mark that level until we start getting a little bit closer. And then lastly, we'll go over to ES. So on ES, we're currently in this 4-hour supply. Okay, so I'm not looking at longs until we break over this 4-hour supply and get above this 6,000 with strength. The only thing that concerns me a little bit is I have this marked is this 2-hour. So we have this 2-hour supply just above it. So there is room here and there's enough to take a trade, but it's very, very close. Price could just be so strong that it breaks above this anyways. This also, for what it's worth, was in the pre-market, this 2-hour supply. And I have noticed with supply zones, whether it's 4-hour, 2-hour, 1-hour, the ones that do form in the pre-market, I know this is ES, so it's 24 hours, but just generally speaking, they do not usually perform as well. So if we do get above this, as you can see, there's a lot of room up to, you know, 6,100. So lastly, we'll go to IWM. IWM on the daily, same thing. You know, we had a long lower wick off a place we already had a strong bounce. You know, this 217 has been really nice. This October low looks like we're moving up pretty well. This look gives me like, I would be tempted to look at a fib here if we keep moving up just from this FOMC drop. So if we keep moving up, that 227 could be an area for rejection. But really, you know, we have a lot of room. Over this previous day high, we have this other previous day high, this 225 whole cycle number as well that can be resistance. But over 225, you know, it looks really good until this 1-hour supply up here at 232. I kept these levels on the charts just because FOMC ripped through them. It was a low here on 11/19. Then we had another previous day low here as well. So keeping on the chart just in case as potential rejection areas, profit targets, whatever you want to call them. All right. So that's going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great week inside and outside of the market. And I will see you all in the next watch list. Peace.